the Harlem Shake.
So guys, let us see that why PPDT plays such an important role. Why does it become very important? So on your reporting day, there would be 100 to 150 of people, those who will report, and out of them, only around 30% would get screened in. So moving on to the real life situation, real setup, then this is your theater kind of a hall, and you would be sitting here on these benches. You would be sitting on these benches, like here you would be sitting, and here a picture would be shown to you, turning off all the lights there. The picture would be projected on this big screen, and then you all will have to write a story on it. So once you have written the story on it, of course there would be the instructions how to write a story. Then you will go out, you will submit your copies, and then you will go out. Then the groups would be formed, like there could be 10 groups or so, each comprising of 10 to 12 students. Then they would come in and sit like this, and they would sit like this, facing each other. In no in no period you will look at the eyes of the assessors. You don't have to look at the assessors at any time. You have to look at your members, in the members of your group, while they are narrating your story, or while you are narrating your story. You will look at them, and in the discussion also you will look at them. You will convince them when you are putting your points. Then it is your members of the group who should be convinced by your points in the discussion. Try to be there at least thrice in the discussion. Make your voice heard at least thrice, oh sorry, at least twice, I mean. So this is the real sheet which is provided to you. This is the PPDT sheet. Now this is again the arrangement. Okay, now forget this thing. And this is the sheet which you are given: name, chest number, batch number, roll number. You will have to write there, which you will write. Then action is very important. Don't forget to write the action of the story. Don't forget to write the story. Of course you will write, but sometimes people forget writing the action, so mention the action there. Like this is the action: finalizing project in the company. Action can be in the ing form, doing this, doing that. Okay, then you will have to provide the detail about the characters. How many characters do you perceive in the story? It could be 3 characters. Suppose there are 3 characters, there could be 2, 3, 4, not more than 4. One of them would be the hero, the protagonist of your story. So he would be the hero. If you are a guy, you will be most probably shown a story featuring a male in it, depending on the sex they give the story. So males are more likely to have a picture in which male is shown. So you will write male. Age you will write. Age is also most of the times is around your age only. Guys, you present yourself through the main character of your story. Okay, they judge your perception through the story which you are making, through the work which your main character which you have chosen is doing. Okay, so suppose this is male, 21 years, and he's shown in positive mood. So here you will have to write the sex of the members, then the age, then the mood. Okay, here you will write the story. You are given merely 4 minutes to write a story, 4 to 5 minutes to write a story. Okay, you don't have to waste the time, you don't have to beat around the bush, and you just need to observe it well, identify the characters, identify the landscape. Is it a desert, is it a lake, is it an agricultural field, is it an office or a playground or a tournament going on? Then write the story in the 10 to 12 lines. Okay, this is where you will be sitting. This is not the PPDT going on, this is the PIQ form getting filled once you get screened in. But this is the setup where you sit. This is the Bhopal SSB. Okay, then I'm going to tell about some hacks of PPDT, but before that let me tell you how to go about writing the story. So you have observed it well, observed the screen well. It is shown to you for 30 seconds. You have located that, suppose this is a lake, this is a desert. You have identified the characters. Suppose this is a male who is 21-year-old. Then you need to go through these 3 steps to write a good story. It's very scientifically, very technically we will look at these 3 stages. There is no word limit as such, but you will not get the much time. 4-5 minutes are there, so you need to finish in only 10 to 12 lines. ठीक है, बॉक्स में आप you will write all the details there I had shown you. You will give the title, and then you will submit it, and then you will come to the same hall in a group, and you will narrate your story, and then you will discuss your story, and you will listen to others, what others are saying also, so as to contribute in the discussion. So this is in the chronological order how it goes on. Now, how to write a good story? So please listen it attentively. You will end up writing a very good story, trust me. So firstly, find some issue or the problem and why it arose. Some issue or problem, you will have to look in the picture. In the picture it could not be, but in your mind you can make it. Okay, suppose a simple picture is shown you, a guy is walking, then you can create some problem कि this would be something ना wrong with him. फिर क्या होगा, then he would do some work. You will not say that the suppose Manish, who's a 21-year-old boy who's a mechanical engineer in this college, you will not say that he's an hardworking, he's a smart, compassionate, kind, mature guy. His works, what he is doing, his activities, ideas, actions should tell about his personalities, not the adjectives which you have mugged up. Okay, then once the work is done, your character, main character, should be shown in a working light. You should be work oriented, then the outcome will come. You will always write a story in your past tense, you know, ki this happened, he did this, he was a very this person, and then outcome will be in the present tense, ki now everything is going well, what result it produced, then you will write this thing. So these are the three aspects which I have divided your story in, and keeping these three aspects in your mind, you can make a wonderful story out of every picture. Now there are some hacks which I will discuss you. So in the hall on the screen a picture is shown to you. Okay, now you will write the story. Okay, after you have written the story, you will leave the hall and you will stand in a queue. Okay, one by one group will be called inside the hall for the discussion. Okay, so in this interval you will keep on revising your story. You will keep recollecting what you thought about the characters, what you wrote on the paper in your mind. Second thing is that don't talk to others while standing outside, because this might distract you either on the story or on any other thing. Please do not talk to others. Third is a very important hack, which is you can change the story a little bit by narrating. See guys, this is the most important thing. Nothing can get you the selection if you do not impress the assessors while narrating or in the discussion. In the discussion you cannot, because it becomes a fish market. In the narration you have the free hand. They have given 2 minutes to you, you convince them. It's just like you have to sell something, आपको बेचना है अपना product, so you will have to impress them with your story. So you can change it, not very significantly, but yeah, to a large extent you can change your story. What happened with me, I was unable to complete my story, but in the narration I completed a story wonderfully. I mean, they were impressed with my story. So you can change the story, you can extend your story, you can add 1 or 2 characters depending on the picture. Then most important thing is smile is the key factor. Make contact with other people while you are doing the narration. Make contact with everyone, not with the single person, and the same is the case with the discussion also. And then how to practice, so you can practice in front of the mirror to dispel the fear. You can practice on the Zoom if you have friends online. If you have offline friends, you can discuss with them. If you go to the coaching, you can do there, or with the family also you can go there. So again, let us look at some tricks. Before that, let us see this thing. People have very minute doubts in their mind how to greet, and that also you can greet with Jai Hind, gentlemen, or Jai Hind friends, good morning friends, hello friends, anything. These things really do not matter much, that how do you greet. Sit properly, sit like a gentleman, place your hands on your knee, look in others eyes, interact with them, encourage them. There was a guy like who was fumbling a lot while narrating, so I and other people also, they encouraged him as if they are saying ki हाँ भाई तू बोल, we are listening you, है ना. So bend your head, encourage them, motivate them. Then sit like officer. I have already told you, don't move your legs if you have the habit of moving your legs. Read aloud, clear and confident. Okay, when you are reading it, read loud, read clear and read in a confident manner. It is okay to fumble little bit. We are humans after all. It would be a relative thing कि you should outperform others. It should not be कि you have to perform excellently or perfectly there. You just need to present yourself better than others, which of course you will if you are watching it full. So utilize the time in between the hall, when you are in the hall after you done with the writing of the story, and the time you get between this part and the part when you are supposed to do the narration. So this remaining time, utilize it well revising the story. Pretend listening to others while eye contact with the eye contact and revise by heart. So suppose कि you are number 11th to speak to narrate, ठीक है. So what you will do, you will not listen to each other's everybody's story, because if you go on doing that, then you will having uh, diverse stories in your mind, so everything would be just juxtaposed, and you will forget your own story. So don't do that. Pretend as if you are listening to them, and you can keep revising your story in your mind. Okay guys, so pretend listening to others with the eye contact, but you should keep your own story in your mind so that you can narrate it well when your chance come. Doesn't matter this is you are first or second, or you are 11th or 12th to speak, so confidence is the key. It should be there. Use your hand gestures, like in the discussion, if you are saying the points ki these were the problems, first, second, raising your hands, you can use it, so these are some cliched words which you should mug up, while discussing. While in the discussion, you can say that, gentlemen, I have a point to make, gentlemen, I would like to agree with chess number 6. Adding to the point of put forward by the chess number 8, I would also like to say that these are some cliched things. Yes, gentlemen, you are right, but I also want to say that, adding to the points enumerated by gentlemen, this chess number, I want to say this. So these are some cliched things. They would help you not only in your PPDT but also in your discussion in GTO and other GTO tasks as well. So guys, these are the 3 pictures. Quickly we will look at them. So just observe the picture quite well. So this is an agriculture field. You can see that very clearly. And this is a farmer, and this is a person like who's looking like an outsider. These are the bulls. So this is an agriculture field. So what is the story which you can make? So before making a story, just keep this thing in mind. You have to identify the main character of your story. So this is the main character, Krishna. How old is he? The age should be your age, so 22-year-old. And one more thing is to be told ki where does he come from, what has he done, his graduation, so he graduated at agriculture college Gwalior. Now 3 key things: key, problem, work and the result. So problem is that productivity is not there in the agriculture. Productivity is not there, produce is not there, farmers are under stress, they are under the debt of the money lenders. So work done is, Ramesh come there, make them aware of the government schemes, make them aware of the new seeds, machineries and everything. Just put comma and write all the things, because you are given very less time, so like this: seeds, natural fertilizers, modern machinery, HYVC seeds, Kisan credit card, Yojana, if you are aware of the government schemes, write them. So what happened ki ultimately, with by the efforts of Krishna, farmers were able to increase the productivity of their crop, and they were happy. Farmers suicide, they reduced, their farmers incomes got doubled. And this thing, with this you can end the story. And in another story you see that key, not only the characters you need to identify, but also the background. So in the background, these are clouds, the rain is happening. So it seems like there is flood. You have to make up, you have to imagine the past कि हाँ floods आए होंगे इधर, है ना. So what happened that कि NDRF, disaster relief force, national disaster relief force came, and this guy Abhay, what he did that he went to the rescue, he went to help the rescue team, he volunteered, to provide help to the people who are caught up in the flood. And he worked at the relief camp. He distributed the food, he distributed the clothes to the victims, helped animals also. And later on what happened ki no life was lost to the flood. And he was awarded also, you can add this, ki for the best volunteer award he was awarded. So this is how you have to proceed with this story. This is another story. There is a girl, yeah, with the hairs you can say that kya, she's a girl, and there is a man. Now you will have to establish relation between the two. So don't think that he came to steal something. Don't come up with such a negative mindset ki he's a thief or something, or on any other person with bad thoughts in his mind. So they both are siblings basically. He's the brother, she's the sister. He comes to her room and finds that she is crying because she isn't allowed by her parents to go to some city to pursue her MBA. Okay? And he goes to the parents and told them about the importance of the education, told them about the capability of her sister, and then gave the examples of Kalpana Chawla, Sania Nehwal, and the founder of Nika, you can say. And what happened later, the parents got convinced and sister pursued MBA, and she became a big businessman and an entrepreneur, started in a startup, you can say. So this is how you need to think. So there are certain myths which I am gonna bust. We should always initiate the discussion. So if you are not initiating the discussion, that is okay. If you get the chance to initiate the discussion, that is more than okay. Narrate the common story. So at the end, when everybody is done with the story, we discuss, and then we try to reach, not try, we have to reach to a common story which is to be narrated by the one person who the group nominates. If nobody is nominating nobody, then you can self nominate yourself. But people, they think that you can initiate, you can say that, so gentlemen, we should nominate one person amongst us to narrate the entire story. Then people will tell the names. जिसके ज़्यादा होंगे, the person will narrate the story. Well dressed. So yeah, of course you will have to be in the formals, but don't put much value on the minute details like your tie is matching your shoes, belt is matching your shoes, have you put on the blazer. No guys, these does not matter. Buy face shield and hand gloves. So what they do, that in the center itself a person sits, a kind of vendor, with the face shield and hand gloves, and they charge you hefty money for that, but they are not actually required. Repeaters, they do not buy them. Just go on with the mask, face mask, and it is enough. OI marks are added. I don't think OIR marks are added. Me and my friends, we all performed very poorly in the OIR, and still we sailed through. Unfit or overweight are not taken. So guys, in our group on low, at least screen into they easily get them. If they are narrating well. Finally, in the final also, they do not give much importance to the height, and you should not be muscular, very ripped body. Your mind matters more than your muscles. This is the main thing. So these are some myths associated with it, and these are the things which you need to keep in your mind. So first one is the imagination is more important than English. If you are not coming up with the ideas, if you are not able to weave a story around a picture, then what is the use of the English, right? Then write the story in the past tense only, not in the present tense, not in the future. You will write it saying ki Ramesh did this, he was at this. So be realistic in the story. Don't be a Gandhi or Pluto or a Marx in your story. Be realistic. You show yourself through the character. So they judge you, they judge your personality, your mental outlook through the story and through the main character of your story. So always be somebody who is helping nature, who is of some working nature, a positive character. Okay? Practice with timer and mirror, and your story in the present tense. So you will end your story in the present tense. Now they are leading a happy life, something like that. Be the positive character from the picture. So picture could be sometimes theft can be shown, murder can be shown, accident can be shown. So you should not be the one who's driving the car and driving it over the poor pedestrians or the people sitting on the footpath, right? You should be the one who's helping them, who's taking them to the hospital, who's giving them the first aid. Okay, so first thing which I told you, the most important thing, imagination is better than English, and this picture is the best picture I have come across. I don't know whether they give this kind of picture or not, but yeah, this is the best picture to check your imagination. Now pause this video and come up with some story around this picture. So this picture was given in a group of which I was a part. So various people came up with various stories, and most of the people saw sensuality in this picture, but there was one gentleman who came up with this amazing picture ki this is a happy living couple. And one fine day just so happened that ki the female of the family, she got up and she tried to give surprise to her husband because she got a job. Okay, so this is the middle part of the story we showed. So story comprises of three parts. So in the first part we would say that ki there were financial problems in the family, children were not getting good education, say, you know. So what she did ki she was aspiring to become a like she wanted to get a job in the company, you know. So what she did ki she joined the job, she fortunately got placed in a company, and of her family's income, it got increased. The father's the income of the husband got supplemented, and it led to the gender empowerment, it led to the women's empowerment, gender inequality equality, sorry, you can say that. And finally the children जो थे उनका भी स्कूल जाना होने लगा, है ना. तो अभी क्या हो रहा है ना पिक्चर में, शी गॉट अप मतलब in the morning, and she is about to give surprise to her husband ki look, this is the first day is the memorable day when you join the company or get a job, something. So this is the perfect way to write a story, and this is a perfect picture to check the imagination of your story. So be it stealing, be it murder, be it anything, you have to come with a positive picture, okay, or you have to be the one who is doing the positive work. So these are some pictures I'm giving to you, just have a look at them and just try to write the story, and write that story in the comment section, and your story would be evaluated by the peers. Okay, if I get the chance I will also evaluate them. So you can pause it, you can take the screenshot and write the story. Normal stories are given there. So this picture, by the way, this is a, if you do not get it, it becomes so hazy. So this is a plane, and he's a pilot, you know. So this person comes there, and apparently she is having a gun. Okay, so how to write a story on this? So you can say that this is a pilot, this is a senior pilot, and this is a junior pilot who is under training. ठीक है. So this junior pilot says that to senior pilot, suppose if I face that there are if the plane gets hijacked, then what should I do? So he says that okay, let us recreate this plot, this imaginative plot ki you get the gun in your hand and you become the hijacker, and I will show you how would you react if you are sitting here controlling the plane. So you can create this theater, you can create this story inside the story. Great. This is another picture. So try to practice these pictures. If you do that, I guarantee you this is enough for a common mind, and you can get the pictures from internet. I will share the PDF also. Just practice well, you will get through. This is the most important stage. So guys, you can also like, share and subscribe and watch the other videos on OIR, GTO, psychology and in the playlist on the channel. Thank you.